So yeah, look, I don't know if this map is going to be a little bit. I'm not trying to too much time to, you know, look too far into Cafe.
To make use of, which is so crucial for moving through the map overall. But the defenders playing very heavily into this trap lineup, Tim. 3 of those trap operators on side is proving a little bit of a headache to try and deal with until like that secret start flooding in. But they've lost everyone except Nath at this point. Both Noah and Mowgli down on their ass, and Nath is left in a 1 versus 3. So this one not really feeling too recoverable unless the Brit is feeling particularly up to it today. But this is a couple of critical shots from Solotov. It feels like the first round's going the way of Falcons.
Yeah, it does look that way. We finally have a successful defense on top floor, so well done, Falcons. Always popular the last few days. We're going to have users bringing him along, just trying to prevent that push into restaurant. It's going to be Citizen looking to be the tip of the spear here. Goes in, Noah manages to pick up the kill onto June. Citizen does indeed get himself 1, make that 2. Big moment from Citizen. Just dips in, gets his kill, dips out, and then they can just reshape what's going on here. Noah, Solotov trade with each other. Leakerfack fighting back. 1v4 becomes a 1v3, but the site is completely open to Team Secret here as Leakerfack is stuck on white stairs and taken down by Savage on the blitz.
Didn't quite realise he was there, and his attention fully turned in towards Bar and nearly paid the price. Even June now asking a question. I'm loving the aggression coming out of the Falcons boys here. Made that a 3rd, Tim. First from Pixel, then into Cigar itself, then for a run out from Leakyfact. Beautiful stuff.
Not normally something we'd see Leakyfact doing, heading out on the run out, but he's decided that the chains are off and he's going for it. Solotov manages to find Mowgli. Nath with a response, taking down June, but June's done a great job. Wasted a minute 45, been aggressive, and maybe just facilitated some of those other kills we've seen there. Just created that space. Nath tries to go running in, runs only into Usus' shotgun. He's going to find himself taken down, and it is all up to Savage on the shield. We know that he's great on these shield operators, but in a 1v4, you can't really expect him to do too much. Brede takes him down.
There, 3 players, one after the other, all trying to go aggressive on towards the shield.
To hear Secret get themselves into that top floor and take control of Piano. They are attacking onto top floor again. It was a little bit scrappy last time. They got themselves into new balcony, tried to push and get aggressive. This time they have managed to pick up the opener onto Solotov, and that's a big loss for Falcons. The Sol is super powerful, especially with a lot of verticality available like there is here, but how about that from User? Citizen just looks right into his scope and he says thank you very much.
Great read from Users as well. I think acknowledging that Citizen had already came in through front door and killed his teammate Solotov and then doubled outside the building. It's like, where else could he possibly go? Of course he's going to repel up and try and push him towards Snow Door, and the read on him was absolutely beautiful. But while that's been going on, there's been focus elsewhere. 2 or 3 players trying to push in upstairs, and they get away with 1. June getting another back as we're starting to see the Aldous thing here, Tim. He's on for a 2nd, up for a 3rd, and June does it all. Closing it out for Foul.
From the last round, said he was having a good game. Needs to be careful that he doesn't lose his life in this one. Goes for the fight and finds it. Takes the head off of Nath at mining window. Brilliant kill from June. Continues then to be a nuisance on that mid floor. Taken down in a late trade from Mowgli. Beautiful one gangle being bottom white stairs. That's what they need a plan for. That's who they need to clear out next. They've got 30 seconds to get it done. Solotov, it's a beauty. Up through the floor on to Citizen. Takes him down. 4 versus 3. 20 seconds. It's getting concerning for Secret.
It's again Falcons just being really disruptive and peeking constantly onto these players. You know, starting with June's roam onto that 2nd kill they've got. Then they aren't sitting back and playing turtle. They're taking the fight to Secret every single chance they get. Now Savage is very much stuck inside a bunker here. Noah converts into 1, but can't get the 2nd. Looked like it should have been a bit of a freebie coming out for him, but it's not going to be the case. He's left entirely alone, and Falcons aren't going to give him anything. They take round 5, and this disruptive playstyle they've adopted here on every single round. A lot of trap operators, for example. Saw a little bit of that yesterday. It's why the Thorns been banned away here. It was played yesterday. Beautiful shot. Oh! Bit too easy for Leakyfact. Like I said to him, they're wanting to play this disruptive playstyle today where they get out in the map. They don't sit back and hide behind utility, and it is working wonders. Leakyfact with 2 wonderful shots. Usus gets Nathan seemingly nowhere. The Deimos goes down. This is now looking pretty much unrecoverable for Mowgli and Savage. At least gets 1 back, but there's a lot more work to do.
Yeah, got to be a lack of intel for Team Secret there. The drone count is showing that they are a little bit low at the minute, but yeah, I think if you're taking the repel in there and you don't know somebody's playing pillars, you're asking for trouble. Leakyfact manages to make it 3 in the round. Solotov finishes it off with a trade onto Mowgli, and that's going to be Falcon.
Plays make these hero plays to really get that control back, but we're looking at the
I think on Cafe because it's so useful for mining, reading, and top floor. Not a big one.
bring others into action.
Quite an interesting choice. It's only like a micro, really.
Wow.
He's going to pick up the opener onto Mowgli there. Walks into pillar and manages to find the uphill kill onto the man at the bomb chassis. But Leakafat used his drone to clear that laser gate. He's on Snake. He had a nade in pocket, which he could have used. There's not too much that nades are going to be successful with Jaeger and Wamai on side. Just an interesting choice to kind of give up that intel when he's on an operator who could pick up more nades. But look, fighting from deep, is going to use that DMR mix. It seemed to find Solotov. Nomad taken down, but it feels like it's a matter of time as Falcons get aggressive, push forward. Usus has got Leakafat covered, manages to find the second as well, and that is going to be
players stacking on this door. Teams are so used to seeing like trade-based play coming out of there. We saw a great highlight by Fresh of the strat that came up in Twisted Minds the other day to try and push the way through. And sure enough, off the back of that, Usus just completely torn them apart, Tim! That's one way to win Map 1 for you, that's for sure. Savage can do nothing but look on.
Different coming out of Team Falcons, given that obviously they've had the roster
Throughout the stage and how things have played. Interestingly, across the world, this is, mind you.
Actually quite often to be direct plant denial. You know, once that plant's going down, you send the gadget in near the planter and they've got a choice to make. Mowgli manages to make a choice, finds the head of Doom, takes down the Snake, big loss, and also Breeday super low health at the minute, so Secret holding on really well to this Games and Dawn side. This isn't the site, it's the extension, and they're preventing Falcons getting in there.
But Leakafat at least has come back in and got one back on side.
He's so low health that it is not going to matter. A tickle of the toes, the shoulder, the elbow, anything will do it and take him down. Citizen manages to find Solotov. That's going to be the Deimos gone, so a little bit more comfort for any defenders wanting to sit inside a site. But here's Leakafat on a little bit of a, dare I say, backstab here. He's separated from his team. He's working his way around to site door, and if Team Secret aren't switched on here, they could get caught unawares.
I mean, that's a shot and a half, and Breeday in towards the second as well, just like that. What was a 4 versus 3 for Secret is down to just 2. And Breeday, let's not forget, he's under slither of HP. Tim has been all round, yet he's still been doing work for his team, getting map control, and now doing what he does best. He's getting that diffuser down.
Does exactly that, and now Savage has a serious situation in front of him. He's got a 1v3. He does have full health at least, but needs to do it within the next 30 seconds if he wants to have time to react to that diffuser. So easy to take out, Breeday. As I said it was going to be, it was the tickle of the toes that got the job done, but they now know where Savage is. Leakafat 4K in the round, I believe.
When the word go comes in from Leakafat, a track coming in towards Mowgli, so they know where he is. They can try and play around him here, because again, the Fiona Blitz not really being too effective in towards him. Otherwise, you can worry about everybody else on the map. He's off isolated. They've managed to get the 1. Mowgli does get a kill back on towards Leakafat, but he's done his job. The walls have been opened up, and here comes Doom in for 1. Gets traded out on by Nate straight after, but then Breeday's in, going onto that ward and getting him down into a 2 versus 2.
Team Secret trying to hold from away from sight, but I'm not sure that they're aware that the diffuser's going down. Solotov hits a beautiful 180 flick. You thought he was dead.
That problem has been solved for him. Phone call coming out here as well, so that the rest of his team move on forward. Something the Falcons have always done extremely well is make use of Dockery to move through the map. And look at it, Tim. It is relentless. It's like a SWAT operation. 3 more players fall in the space of 3 seconds, and it's Naif left all alone. Secret look limp, but in the face of Falcons, I would wager that anyone would right now.
The thing is with Secret, what we've seen a couple of times so far is we've seen them look like this at the beginning of games. Doom picking up the last kill with the Vendetta there. We've seen them play with it with Fnatic. But I said, had they been playing a better and give themselves an opportunity, Noah just a little bit slow on the uptake there, so his man, but couldn't quite hit the shot. Doom manages to find Citizen, and it goes from bad to worse for Secret. 20 seconds left to go. However, Noah fighting back. It's Naif who actually finds the second. 3 versus 2, but the plant does start to go down. Temporary 2v1 for Naif and Noah, though. Can they get a better outcome than they did previously? No, not in a position to do anything with it. Breeday taken down, but it's Leakafat on the Glasdes. He just needs to hold on.
But it's Noah that's gone so big in the round. If he can hold at range and shut this one out, then my God, does his day go from great to arguably one of the best he can have. He's got the range, and they've got to challenge him at some point. But look at how cautious he's being. Takes the head off 1 from a pixel, and now Naif on no HP has got to try and get this defuse in. Here he comes, Leakafat just baiting him in a little bit here. Naif has to win the gunfight now. There's only a few seconds left until he has to stick it, but he is backed away, and he wins it out as well. Crank that challenge level up to 11, and he's
leave up, even if you take Dockerby and Snake off, you're then leaving so many other options on the board, the shields and you know, your other operators. Liquefact managing to find Citizen. His reign of terror continues as he manages to find another entry. 5 versus 3 now as June picks up Mowgli, and Secret Aura crumbling, Des. It's falling apart for them right now. This could be a flawless round in a matter of seconds. The plant is going down. Falcons, they're not taking any risks. Noah manages to find users even though he was fully flashed, but it is likely to be an impactless kill. 1v5 becomes a 1v4 with Diffuser down, cut down by Solotov. End of the round. The first time we've seen it with this roster since SI. They have clearly done a lot of work on Fortress, and they are looking like a very capable Fortress team as well.
It's really comfortable. Savage at least getting the opener here on towards June, but immediately the response is just always there from Falcons. Leaking back with a trade. Citizen falls elsewhere. Mowgli looks like he has... You don't know if it's Monday, if it's Friday, what is up from down. Once again, slammed out of the round as the plan starts going down. Noah and Nave at the same time, cut down by Falcons. I said earlier...
Surprised with how much information he has and how strong this operator is in helping them.
Yeah, and I'm anticipating... Oh, this time Dave understood.
Yeah. And these are the kind of things, those are the kind of gunfights that we've seen Falcons winning themselves, right? They'll get a freebie there. They'll roll it into a second elsewhere around the map. And just like this, look, June gets away with another 1v1. That's what I think we've missed a lot today from Secret has been trades, Tim. But look at the pressure coming in.
This is good from Secret. They've got really aggressive there, managing to find themselves maybe 2. Liquefact, Solotov finding kills elsewhere though. Nif, Savage finds some answers. Trades come back. 2v2, 2v1 as Breeday stands up. And the problem here is it's Savage all alone on a shield. It makes it a little bit difficult because he's going to have to take these gunfights with the pistol. And that is difficult because Solotov, Breeday, now they've had time to set themselves to try and increase the distance. I say that, but it doesn't matter because... It's
a little bit. Breeday's being so patient, isn't being baited in. Here he might not have a choice. Rounds his way further off, round the corner. No more smokes left to work with. As Breeday rounds, he goes long here. Up past Horse, and Savage is giving chase. Breeday finds, defeats him. He don't lose out on those clutches. A 14-1 scoreline on the day.
Speak to the victors. We have Jume on the line to ask a few questions. Congratulations, Jume. You make it to the major. What a weird few weeks has been for you. You joined Falcons, boom, first in the group, boom, qualification to Salt Lake City. You must be feeling great.
No, it feels great, to be honest. Today was just, it felt so smooth. I don't know what happened.
I'm actually wondering how smooth it felt yesterday after the defeat, because, you know, you just joined a team that is used to being at the top of EML, that is used to qualifying to every major, without a lot of pressure, you know, like they go very often, they go through the upper bracket and they're not put back against the wall. You join them and then they're put in the situation where if they had lost that match, they would have missed the major for the first time in like 2 years, you know. How was the team feeling after the defeat yesterday?
Surprisingly good, to be honest. I think we knew we also should have won yesterday. We just were missing still a little bit of, I think, our way of playing the game as a team, because, you know, we're still a new team. We're still trying to figure things out. You know, they were very used to Shaiko and stuff, and I'm very different to him. So I think they took it quite well. And today we just fully reset for the game today and just had a way better game plan, but worked out. I think it showed a little bit of what we can achieve. It was just great.
June, obviously we've got to talk about the fate that brought you against Team Secret, haven't we? In an elimination game for the major. Obviously, on one hand, it's great for you that you've qualified, but it must have been difficult to stop those guys and stop their 2-year streak of making the major.
Yeah, it definitely was kind of fun playing them, because we wanted our revenge. I wanted my revenge from the group stage game, but also I feel kind of bad for them because I know they deserve to be there as well. It's kind of fortunate, you know, we played them again, but at the same time, you know, it's how things work.
Then on a whole different subject, June, I think the camera caught your dog earlier. Is your dog around? Can we say hi?
My dog?
Yeah?
It's not my dog, but wait, I'll try to get him.
Yes, this is the content that we all come to the EML for.
It was briefly caught, very briefly caught right at the start of the player games of today's game.
Oh, that's great. This is the content that we show to the EML for. You come for the
priorities.
games.
There he is.
For the dog, yeah.
He's just made Salt Lake City. He just won it 7-0-7-1. But who do we want to see? We want to see the dog.
The real star of the show.
That's Loki.
Loki. Oh, cute. Very, very cute.
Beautiful.
I Loki, obviously, supporter of yours, but anything you want to say to the fans and the supporters for this journey?
Just thank you for the support, obviously. I think if I would have lost today, I would have gotten a lot of hate. So I'm thankful for that. And just thank you for the support. And by obviously the Falcons bundle, the charm, I've been using it the entire time. It's kind of good.
All right, very well, Todd. And of course, thank you so much for your time, Doom. You have a whole series to play later, so best of luck for that.
Thank you. See you.
Uplift for Team Falcons, the fact that he won that, we talk about how good he is. He was amazing today with those KD, with that stats, with DPS, and the fact he does it on the IGLing role as well.
He's got a 5 KD. Jack. 20 and 4. 4
That's
times
10
5.
times
4
your
times
KD,
5
Leo.
equals 20, right? Yeah, he's got a 5 KD. What?
I don't think he heard it.
No, but I was still processing it.
Yeah,
Who
that's-
gets a 5 KD
Against SI Grand Finalists.
against Secret
Or
to
three
make
fifths.
it to the major?
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, it just feels bad because once again, it's just Noah that's there. And I have the excuse for Savage. He plays the shields, he plays the worst roles, he's IGLing the whole thing. Why not? But Nave, Mugli, Citizen, where are they? That's
Yeah.
the main thing, is that we're lacking the rest of the